So you want to get started making money with Amazon FBA, but don't know what a winning product actually looks like. I got you in this video. I'm going to give you a full step-by-step walkthrough and analysis of 10 winning products you can get started selling on Amazon FBA this week. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Miles. I'm a 25-year-old seven-figure Amazon seller on a mission to help as many of you guys as possible build the side hustle or business of your dreams, flipping name brand products on Amazon this year. And if you're interested in direct one-on-one mentorship with myself, as well as 3 weekly coaching calls, a one-on-one sourcing call with myself, I'll help you find a ton of winning products and give you all my favorite coupons, tips, tricks, and strategies I don't share anywhere else. I'm going to leave the link down below for my one-on-one mentorship application if you're interested in that. Either way, let's get right into the video and get after it, show you guys a bunch of winning products. Here inside my screen, and we're going to take a look at the first example of a good winning product. Now, the interesting thing is, guys, you're going to see throughout this video a bunch of different examples of different brands, different niches, different types of products, as well as different coupon examples and methods of getting products cheaper. So it's really important that you watch this entire video if you're serious about making money with online arbitrage, buying discounted products on big retail websites like Kohl's, Walmart, and Target, then listing them on Amazon and selling them for a profit. This first product we're taking a look at here is this Yankee Candle like trimmer type of product. For example, we can see the buy box is currently 17 bucks on Amazon. Now, the two tools I'm going to be using for product analysis in this video are going to be SellerAmp right here on the right, and then Keepa right here, which is basically stock charts for Amazon products. This isn't going to be a full tutorial on both of those. I do have those on my channel. However, watching this video, you are going to get a decent sense of how to get going with this stuff. So right off the bat, we can see this product is currently buy boxing at 17 bucks, and it has about 500 reviews right here. It's going for 17 bucks. Over on the Yankee Candle website, we can see it's on sale for close to 50% off here. And the cool thing is there's actually another 15% off that we can actually stack down here. If we take a look here, we can see actually our mobile number, we can get 20% off right here. So that gives us an additional discount that I'm pretty sure stacks with this specific product. I have sourced from this website before. The coupon stacking has worked. So if we take a look over here, it was at 6.6 right here. We're actually going to take another 25% off that, or another 20% off that item here. And now we can see that leaves about $4 profit per sale and about an 80% ROI. And that's after shipping, fees, sales tax, product costs, everything like that. SellerAmp already has factored in sales tax and shipping to Amazon that I manually put in there and such. Now we just need to make sure that this product sells quick and that it's consistent over time. So we can see this specific item, the sales rank is high on this product, which means it sells a little bit slower. Predominantly as a beginner, you want to be staying under like 150,000 sales rank. However, when I was finding this product for this video, I saw that the price was really nice and stable in terms of this top Keepa chart right here. And there was normal oscillation and competition down below. And there'd been times where this item was right in that sales rank range that we wanted. So there's definitely examples where even though the rank's a little bit high, an item can still look like it's really nicely selling well, considering that the price is nice and stable here. And we can see at this buy cost, we're literally profitable the entire last year. And I can see a bunch of examples of nice oscillation in this bottom Keepa chart here showing the offer count. So this is the type of product I would feel completely comfortable testing. Product number 2, heavy hitter, we can see these Nike hoodies right here. Tons of reviews, about 5,000 reviews. Buy boxing at 59 currently. We can see it's a 22,000 sales rank, so we know that this specific item sells well. We can also take a look at the Keepa chart here. Now we can see over on DTLR, these are going for only $19.98. They're at about $50 off retail. And the cool thing is if we literally just plug this product in on Google here, right, using SellerAmp, we can see that it's hanging out there on DTLR. I think I found it by looking up the black one specifically right here, right? So we can see at $19.98, buy boxing at 59 flat currently here, we can see that leaves a really nice profit, about $20 profit per unit and 100% ROI. As a beginner, like I was saying, you want to do sub 150,000 sales rank, $3 plus profit per unit, 30% plus ROI, a little bit higher on shoes as well, specifically here. So we can see this is a really fat profit. Now we just need to take a look at the Keepa chart and make sure that this item has actually been profitable over time. So we can see on this specific SKU right here, the price has been nice and stable over time. We can see oscillation in the offer count, and it just makes logical sense. This is a 2 extra large, so it's a common size. On a really common colored Nike product, you've probably seen people wearing this in person. It makes sense that this specific item would sell well. And the cool thing, guys, about items like this where they're clothing that has different sizes, you should check the other ones for profitability as well, and there's a lot of potential there too. Number three, a niche I've been getting into a little bit more is actually just products from Walmart. I think there's a lot of slept on easy money that you can find at Walmart, especially considering you get the Walmart credit card and get 5% cash back, and you can use tax exempt. So those are two easy moats and discounting methods you can build. You can find that at just Walmart credit card on Google, Walmart tax exempt on Google. So if we take a look at this specific SKU right here, we can see it's over hanging out on Walmart on sale for $7.27. We can see over on Amazon, it's going for about 22 bucks, 21.99. So if we take a look here, we can see that leaves about $5 profit and a 76% ROI. Now, I currently have about 5% sales tax factored in here. So if I were to use my reseller certificate, which, pretty much everyone watching this video can go ahead and obtain to avoid sales tax, right here, we can plug that in. That raises the ROI even more, taking that percentage off. So we can see sales rank's a little bit high, about 128K. But we're going to verify if this sells by taking a look at the Keepa chart right here. And we can see there is going to be some oscillation here. Typically, I would be a little bit worried about the offer count going up on Keepa here. However, I can see offer count has dropped a little bit and prices stayed stable. And the cool thing is, a listing like this, guys, we have a really high ROI, so we have a little bit more wiggle room. And that if this was like, a 33% or a 37% ROI, we have a little bit less wiggle room. So when the ROI is high and we're finding really solid SKUs here that have really good margin, you can give up and elsewhere in terms of you can deal with a little bit more of a competition increase because we have a lot we can potentially go down. Cool thing is too, we could also use, like I was saying, that Walmart credit card and get another 5% off. So I love building moats using coupon codes, discount codes, store credit cards in some cases, tax exempt reseller certificate and stuff, which is pretty cool. So the cool thing is, in terms of if you guys want to find winning products from here, you can just go ahead and use these as examples of winning products to store from and stock from too. Item number 4 right here, we can see these Nike soccer socks, which I'm sure are going to do really well during summer and July, August, September, getting into like back to school and soccer season right here. Currently buy boxing at 20 bucks. If we take a look over on Shop WSS, which is a website I've been buying off of for like 3 years here, we can see they're currently on sale from 12 down to about 8 bucks. Now, the cool thing is if we actually plug these in on Google here, we can see that Shop WSS specifically has a $50 off 250 code right here. So we can see, boom, that's going to give us about another 20% off here. So if we go ahead and plug in 8 and then we take off 20% here, so multiply by 0.8, that juices our ROI a little bit more. Another thing I noticed on this product is that it's all FBM sellers. So I know if I come in here as an FBA seller, I can price probably 5 to 10% minimum higher than that. So I'd plan on coming in at about 22, which puts the ROI really high. Now, taking a look at the Keepa chart, I did see a little bit less oscillation than I would like to see in the offer count on Keepa to gauge velocity. However, this is a 10K rank for this entire listing. It is a common color. And I can see that I've been profitable here pretty much the entire history of this product the last year. So we have a pretty good chance of making some money on it. Next item up, guys, we can see Carhartt beanies. So this is an example of a really interesting product because I can see this listing has 44 reviews. So we know that it has sold in the past. It's currently all FBM sellers right here. So it's only merchant fulfilled sellers. And the buy box is currently 28. It's over hanging out on public lands here for $9.97, which is pretty cheap. You should definitely check some of these other colors too. So we can see at $9.97 into 28, we're super, super profitable and it's all FBM sellers. So I would come in at least like 30 or 31 if I were to do this FBA, or I just fulfill it FBM. We can see the sales rank's high though. So we got to take a look at the Keepa chart and see if there's actual movement. And if we take a look at the past 3 months, we can see we've been really, really profitable on this thing for like the past month, and we've been profitable, period, for like the past 90 days, besides this time where Amazon's briefly come back in stock. This is the kind of thing, especially during the winter, I would feel comfortable testing a little bit. Now, I'm definitely going to test a little bit less than I normally would, just probably a couple of units in this case, because I don't have a ton of proven velocity because that sales rank's higher. However, when it's a big brand that we know people are buying, you see people wearing these all the time in person, you have a little bit more wiggle room to go ahead and test a SKU like this specifically here. So Carhartt beanies are really good. I found some other colors profitable too. Wanted to show you guys this example in this video just to show you that sales rank can be a little bit higher, but if you can see offer count oscillation and it just makes sense that it would sell, it might make sense to test something like that, guys. Cool, another item right here, we can see really popping 85K rank right here, buy boxing at 20, 750 reviews. Just looking at this product, it makes sense that it would sell well. Now, the cool thing is this is actually an auto ungate product, so feel free to go ahead and try to list this even if you're a complete beginner. should let you go ahead and list it. And obviously it doesn't make sense to actually go ahead and purchase any of the items you see in this video. We're much more importantly just showing you examples of where you can start off storefront stocking from and just product analysis in general. $24 comp value on sale for $4.99. If we plug that in on seller amp here, we can see really solid profit. It is also some FBM seller, so we might be able to price above. Specifically too, if we came in FBA on this, we can see over 100% ROI. Can't really complain. Need to make sure this Keep It chart looks good too, though. We can see in this case, definitely less oscillation on the offer count than I would want. But once again, we have a ton of pricing power to undercut potentially here because our profit's so high. And this is the kind of thing where this isn't a huge brand, so it's an auto-ungate brand for most people. So it makes sense to play around and take a look at some of these variations, maybe storefront stock from your other products in this brand specifically too. You might be able to come across some profit. So this is an item I've actually sold a bunch of during my Amazon seller career. We can see currently buy boxing at about 44. We can see it is in FBM seller in the buy box, so I would overcut this a little bit if I were to send this in FBA. However, this is an example of a very light product here, only 2 ounces. That's well above 25 bucks. So this is actually really efficient to FBM here. So if we take a look over on the Nike website, we can see 30 bucks, then we want to take off 25% here. We have this nice sale. So we're paying about $22.50 right here. So plugging in $22.50 leaves about $8 profit and a 34% ROI. I definitely want to explore the FBM numbers as well. So what I'm going to do is scroll down here and go and plug that in, and we can see the ROI is actually a little bit higher FBM compared to FBA. A lot of people sleep on FBM. A SKU like this, if we go down here and hit data and then buy box statistics, right here, we can clearly see there's FBM sellers getting buy box share. About 75, 60, 65% of it right here is going to sellers that do not have that FBA check mark, right? So this is not bad. And I'm pretty sure I could get another 5% off or so purchasing a discounted gift card using Cardbear or Top Cash back here. So I'm going to plug that in as well and see now we're getting close to the 45% ROI range, and Nike.com is really popping cash back too. Puma's a brand I think a lot of people sleep on specifically here. We can see these slides have a ton of reviews here. So we know a lot of people have made money selling this listing here. And they're currently buy boxing at about 30 bucks. Over on the Puma website, they're going for 16. And we can see down here in the bottom left here, there's actually a 20% code, just an email sign-up code that we can loop right there. So now we're talking about getting a $35 retail item for like 13 bucks, right? So if we see, that leaves about $5 profit per sale, 16% margin, about a 38% ROI, and pretty low competition in general too, that in some parts of the country, you'd probably be able to buy box close to like 32, 33, especially the coast. The more populated areas, if your stock is in those areas, in those warehouses, or you're FBMing from those areas, you can typically price a little bit above because you tend to get more buy box share algorithmically and such too. And then we just need to verify from Keepa that this has been good over time. And we can see this has actually largely pretty much been profitable since like October. So like 5-6 months here. We can see, and there's also examples a couple times a month where Puma is like 25 or 30% off site-wide. So you get these even cheaper, close to like 11 bucks. Pad that margin a little bit too. I think a lot of these Puma slide listings are pretty slept on because a lot of this inventory predominantly only comes from the brand website. And we can see there's tons of variations that are above like 30 bucks. And a lot of them you can pick up in the like 11 to 13 range on the Puma website, build out some nice replans too. So y'all can see, take a look at some of these listings, storefront stock them on your own. You'll be able to come across some other stuff. Crazy that some listings like this are still profitable in 2024, but these basic Adidas slides you probably see people wearing all the time. They got 6,000 reviews on Amazon. It's like an 84K rank. We can see 37 bucks in the buy box. Over on the Adidas website, it is currently 23 bucks here, and there's actually another 25% off we can stack on top of this. So similar to Yankee Candle, Adidas.com and Puma.com is an example where you can stack on an additional coupon to the lowest price here. And this is a variation listing, so you definitely want to take a look at some of the other variations too, and you might be able to find multiple profitable products just on one listing with the different sizes. So we can see it's 23 bucks. You want to take off 25% here, right? So we can see not bad. And then we can also go ahead here and take a look on Cardbear, and for Adidas.com, we can get another 6, 8, or 10% off specifically right here. So we can see we plug that in, right? If you're, a lot of people like want to use discounted gift cards, haven't really gotten started with it, check out Cardbear, check out the process, start at a small scale, and it's going to be really helpful for you guys. So we can see now we just juice that ROI a little bit more specifically. We can also see this listing is FBM friendly. Cool thing is this is actually below £1 and above 25 bucks. So it's really efficient from a cost perspective. with FBM. So you definitely want to go ahead and go to howtofbm.com if you want a full, really good walkthrough of how to get going with FBM and such, estimated shipping costs, etc. here. But we can see this listing super consistent, and it's even been closer to 40 at some points too, which makes it really profitable. And you guys see how if I just plugged in 23 here, if I didn't know about that additional coupon, we would actually lose 1% on that product. But I stayed curious. I took a look up here and I got another 25% off, and I stacked on that discounted gift card, which made this specific item even better here. Last but certainly not least, we have these baseball pants. Baseball is a great niche right now with getting into that season. Same thing with like lacrosse, eventually all types of summer sports. And then once July rolls around, soccer gear is about to be popping off and such. Soccer, football, volleyball gear. So sporting goods is pretty underrated, I think, in my opinion. We can see this listing currently doesn't have a buy box. However, I totally think you shouldn't be afraid of, like a lot of beginners are, of listings without a buy box. We can see lowest price is currently about $70 here, right? So we can see $70, and the seller is actually charging for shipping as well. So it's really like 78 here, right? And we can see over on the Nike website, we have really popping cash back. We can purchase discounted gift cards, and we have these that retail at 40, down at 35, and we can stack on another 25% off. So we're really at 34.97 here, and then we take off that 25%, so it's really 26. Now, sales rank's a little bit high on this item, but baseball is getting into season, so make sure that makes sense that the demand would increase, and our profit's so high. Then we just need to verify and keep it that this has been good over time. And we can see, yeah, look at that sales rank coming down, right? And we can see last baseball season during the summer, it was like a 57K rank and such, right? So it makes sense that demand's going to increase on this product because it's getting more into season. We can see we've been making money on this thing for a while, considering the lowest price was like 60. That was probably charging for shipping as well, though I definitely don't recommend doing that, FBM. So this is not a bad thing whatsoever. Then you'd also definitely want to take a look at the other variations as well, just other Nike baseball products in general. So if you guys have any questions about product analysis in general, please let me know down below. Like I said, I have that mentorship program down below if you're interested in that. And if you're interested in more free content, you can check out my full free course right here, my full ungating tutorial right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.